This is the Louie T Network.
Man, I love some football. Man, I love some football. My favorite week is week 1, cause I'm watching football. First comes the preseason, and I don't take a day off. And then it gets even better when your team makes the playoffs. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. We in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Luke. Thank you for joining me. Week number 8 in the National Football League. Oakland Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, taking on the Cleveland Browns in week number 8. Raiders looking to get off the schneid. They said, hey, look, Jacksonville did it against these boys. Why can't we do it? And I told them simply this: you're not at home. Jacksonville got off the schneid against these boys at the crib. You're on the road. Good luck. You're going to need it. And that's essentially what happened here. Raiders get cute on their opening possession. Look, they were moving the football. Where the Raiders? They were going right there. Then they want to get cute. Don't get cute, okay? A wise man once told me. Let me tell you what a wise man once told me. Don't be cute. Be good. And you didn't need to go Wildcat. I didn't need to see Darren McFadden in the Wildcat. Didn't need it. I didn't need it. You were running the football. Derek Carr was moving the football. Everything was going swell on his possession. You want to get cute. I don't need cute. I need good. And that wasn't good. That was cute. And so the drive went to hell in a handbasket after that Wildcat play that gained nothing. And so you end up having a punt. What do you decide to do? Oh no, we're not going to punt. Or we're not even going to kick a field goal. We're going to fake it to Matt Schaub. Well, the center, the long snapper, skips it back there, so the play starts off terrible. Then Matt Schaub gets up and does what Matt Schaub does. Throws a pick to Tashawn Gibson, who returns it right around the 40-yard line of the Raiders. Gives them great field position. They end up getting a field goal out of the deal. Cleveland is up 3-0 in this game. 49-yard Taylor Gabriel wide receiver screen leads to another field goal. It's 6-0 Cleveland in this game. Big catch by Jordan Cameron. You tack on a personal foul penalty, and that leads to another field goal. And they were right there inside the 10-yard line. Golden opportunity to put points on the board. And I'm not talking field goals. You know the mantra. You know the motto. Field goals don't win games. Touchdowns do. Right now, you're allowing a winless Raiders team to hang around. Why? Because you can't get in the end zone. Gotta settle for another field goal. It's 9-0, but the Raiders feel like that's a win for us. They were right there. They could have got a touchdown, but they didn't. They're only up by 2 scores. Hell, we scored a touchdown, kick a field goal. We're in the lead. You're allowing a bad team to hang around. How'd that work out for you last week when you let Jacksonville hang around? Even though you were dominating the game, you were turning it over, you were making mistakes, you let Jacksonville hang around, they eventually took off and left you. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you got to put these teams away. You're going to see more bad teams down the way on your schedule because you were a bad team last year. You finished with the last place schedule, so you're going to have a soft go of it. You've got to play better football and put these bad teams away. So we move on. Derek Carr, the 4-car, gets some help from Michael Rivera with a sweet one-hand grab. I mean, it was nice over the middle. And so then Kimbrell Tompkins is open on 3rd down. And see, these are some of the growing pains and the maturations of a rookie quarterback. He tries to fit it into James Jones on 3rd down, but Kimbrell Tompkins is wide open on the crosser. You gotta take him on the crosser, man. He could have even scored on that touchdown, on that play. You never know. Give him an opportunity, but don't force it into coverage when you got a man wide open that can easily pick up a 1st down. But again, As he gets better, as he sees it more, he'll go through his progressions faster, and he'll find the open guy instead of forcing it into a tight space and having it be incomplete and having to settle for a field goal, which is what they had to do. It's now 9-3. And then they have a nice late half drive to the Raiders right before that halftime break. They move it down the field, able to spike it with about 2-3 seconds left. They send Sebastian Janikowski out there, Seabass knocks it home. It's 9-6, so Raiders hanging around. It's a 9-6 ball game at the half. I told the Browns, you keep letting teams hang around and loiter. The Raiders are loitering, they chilling, man. Hey, I'm just chilling, man. What you doing? Just chilling. They chilling like bro man from the fifth floor. Yeah, they chilling. So now, Darren McFadden has a fumble, and this is the game-changing play right here. This is what bad teams do. You know how I say this all the time when we start talking bad teams? Well, this is what bad teams do. Right here, Darren McFadden fumbles the football. It's a huge 14-point swing. I mean, 10 at a minimum, because the Raiders were driving for points, and I'm thinking they might have even they had the momentum, they might have even gotten the touchdown. But instead, they not only do they turn it over, McFadden's fumble goes right into the hands of Joe Hayden. I mean, what a gratuitous bounce that was. Right into his hand, almost like a pick. And he runs it back towards midfield, and the Browns not only take that football and drive it, they get in the end zone this time as Andrew Hawkins gets in the end zone on a 2-yard touchdown toss from Billy Brian Hoyer. And that's all she wrote, really. I mean, that made it 16-6. They did sack Derek Carr, who came into the game with about 4 quarterback sacks. They hadn't been allowing him to be sacked. Well, he got sacked about 4 or 5 times in this game. He puts it on the carpet after one of these sacks. Browns recover, and that leads to a Ben Tate touchdown, and it ends up being 23-13. Raiders tack on a late touchdown, but it was all she wrote after that McFadden fumble and subsequent touchdown that was given up as the Browns protect their house, win 23-13. Raiders remain winless on the season. I like what Derek Carr is doing. You know what the Raiders need? They're missing a game changer, a guy that can catch a 5-yard pass, make a guy miss, and score a 72-yard touchdown. They need a guy that's a playmaker, that's a difference maker. That's what they're lacking on their team right now. Everybody is solid. Nobody is great. Nobody is elite. Everybody is just a complimentary guy. You got a bunch of twos, and I talked about this leading up to the season. You got a bunch of twos, bunch of threes out there running around. No number 1 alpha dog at any position. And so you got that 4 car out there, which I think he's doing a hell of a job. Honestly, I do. But nobody's helping him. You know, he's taking what the defense is giving him. But if the players block for 6 yards, Raiders get 6 yards. If the play is drawn up to get 12, Raiders are getting 12. There's nobody on this team making any plays and helping him out. Even a guy like Allen Robinson in Jacksonville, who's a rookie out of Penn State, catching a football, short pass, breaking a tackle, running for a touchdown. You need somebody to do that for you in Oakland right now, and nobody's up to the task. And so until you find a guy to help you out or a team that's willing to help you out with some turnovers, you're going to continue to find yourself in ball games just like this where you're hanging around, but you can't get over the hump. So Raiders drop another one. They're now 0-7 on the season. Meanwhile, Cleveland gets it done. They're 4-3 on the season, and they're over 500 once again. Let's see if the Browns can continue to compete in that tough AFC North division. That's going to do it for Raiders Browns. Thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. I thank you for joining me. That's going to wrap up week number 8. See you in a bit.